This was one of the most brutal battles ever faced by the Winter Wolves. In the book, Lord Roderick Dustin and his Winter Wolves joined forces with the Rivermen, led by Garibald Grey, to defend the market town of Tumbleton from the advancing forces of the Greens, who were marching from the Reach toward King's Landing. To strengthen the city's defenses, 2 dragon riders were also stationed at Tumbleton, Ulf White with Silverwing and Hugh Hammer riding Vermithor. Their dragons were expected to play a crucial role in stopping the growing threat of the Green Army approaching the city. After achieving a decisive victory at the Battle of the Honeywine, Lord Ormond Hightower continued his march toward Tumbleton with a massive army from the Reach. He was accompanied by Daeron Targaryen, who rode his dragon Tessarion, making the Green forces an even greater threat that seemed almost impossible to stop.
When Ormond arrived at Tumbleton, he did not immediately launch an attack. Instead, he surrounded the city, waiting for the perfect moment to break through the defenses of the Blacks, who had prepared themselves behind the walls. As the Green Army continued its siege, Garibald Grey led the Rivermen out of the city to launch a surprise attack against the besieging forces. At the same time, Lord Roderick and the Winter Wolves charged through a smaller gate in the fortress, striking the enemy from another direction. Despite being heavily outnumbered, they fought with the ferocity of wild wolves. But in the middle of the brutal battle, Roderick paid a heavy price and lost one of his hands. Even after suffering such a devastating injury, Roderick refused to retreat. With the strength he had left, he continued pushing forward until he finally came face to face with Lord Ormond Hightower. Their fierce duel ended with Ormond falling by Roderick's hand. However, Roderick's wounds were too severe. Not long after, he also fell on the battlefield. Ormond's death made the Blacks believe victory was within their grasp, unaware that an even greater disaster was about to unfold. The apparent victory of the Blacks at Tumbleton soon turned into a nightmare when Hugh Hammer and Ulf White chose to betray them. Instead of attacking the enemy, the 2 dragon seeds turned their dragons against their former allies and joined the Greens. With Vermithor and Silverwing alongside Daeron Targaryen's Tessarion, the Green Dragon forces became unstoppable. From the skies above Tumbleton, dragonfire rained down upon the remaining Black forces on the battlefield, shattering their ranks and turning a near victory into a devastating defeat.
As the Black forces outside the city began to collapse, chaos spread throughout Tumbleton itself. The city's defenses weakened, and supporters of the Greens inside the city helped pave the way for the attacking army to enter. With the defenses completely broken, the Greens finally captured Tumbleton and unleashed the massacre known as the Sack of Tumbleton. The city was burned, looted, and became one of the darkest tragedies of the Dance of the Dragons. The death of Ormond Hightower should have been a major advantage for the Blacks, but it became the beginning of their downfall when Hugh Hammer and Ulf White betrayed them. The betrayal of the 2 dragon seeds completely changed the course of the battle and destroyed the victory that had seemed so close. In the end, the Blacks were forced to suffer a bitter defeat at Tumbleton in one of the bloodiest tragedies of the entire Dance of the Dragons.